is going on, my dazzle? Welcome to the second episode of Board Game Unboxings with Hailed Zebra Gaming. A moment ago I said welcome, my dazzle. As you know, I am Hailed Zebra, and a dazzle is a group of zebras. So you are my community, my group, you are my dazzle. Take that as you will. Before we get started, today in our unboxing, I wanted to mention a small business where I recently had purchased a product from. And I reached out to them and asked if it was alright if I gave them some props. So I'm giving them some props. I purchased a knife from Custom Damascus by Jose. That's their Etsy shop. And it was a birthday gift from my wife. And it's just a beautiful knife. Good quality, good hilt, the whole 9 yards. So, Custom Damascus by Jose. This was just called their Ram's Horn with Sheath. You can see the beautiful Damascus work there. The beautiful Ram's Horn. Full tang. Just a quality tool. And I like the finger hold, the gut hook, and the sheath was, or is, simple, but elegant. Look at that. And we're going to use it to help get the cellophane off of the game we are unboxing today. I wanted to give a shout out to Custom Damascus by Jose on Etsy. The reason why is I wanted this channel to be one that promotes small and locally owned businesses, as I am a small locally owned business. They're not local to me. I believe they're out of Florida, but they are a small business, a third generation forge. So if you're looking for a new blade for whatever, they have tens of different styles of blades. Go check them out. All right, so we are doing an unboxing today. Oof. Of the full edition of Final Girl. It is a single-player game by Van Ryder Games, and it gets its nod from like 1980s horror films. If you know anything about me, 1980s horror films kind of are my jam. The cornier, the better. If it's not Vikings, it's not horror, and it's not the 1980s, probably not as interested in it as far as film goes. So we're going to get right into it. It's going to be, there's a lot of stuff here. I bought the Ultimate Collector's Edition, which was Season 1, which came out, I believe, in 2021? Yeah, it was the best solo game of 2021. And then top 10 solo games altogether. So we're going to get into it. There's a lot of stuff. There's one thing that I will not open. I'll quick show this to you. This is the mystery box for Season 2. In it is a way to randomize how you play the game. So as I open it, every component can be used, or every final girl and every monster can be used interchangeably. So it opens up how many different ways and different times you can play the game. There's been issues lately with supply chain and stuff like that. This is something that they did not release footage of yet. And for those of you that are still waiting for your game to come, I just don't want to open this and kind of spoil the surprise for you. I've already spoiled the surprise for myself. It's really cool, but I'm not going to open it in this unboxing. All right, we're going to get into it. So as you can see here, I've got a bunch of stuff. This was a big box, and it is a lot of content. So I sprung for all of the miniatures instead of using like the wood or plastic meeples. I wanted the collector's editions. I wanted everything. I go full send on everything every time. So this is what we got. So I'm going to move some stuff out of the way real quick, and we're going to open up Series 1, which is the older series, so you may have seen this. We're going to use Jose's knife here. from Custom Damascus to kind of get us going with the when you. Oh wow, my gut hook obviously is just going right through that cellophane. Look at that. No effort. All right, and these are big and they are quite heavy. And per normal Hailed Zebra standards, just throw the shit. Someone will pick it up later. All right. Holy cow. So as you can see, very horror-ish characters there. These are all your final girls from Series 1. This isn't a tutorial. This is just an unboxing. We'll do a tutorial later. Throw the trash. Oh, goodness gracious. This is another thing right here that I was just in love with. They did this as a VHS player, and these are all of your movies. So it was just a very big nod to that horror film slasher movie. You know, you got the Happy Trails horror Pigman. You've got the Poltergeist. You've got, I don't know, Inkanyamba. You got Geppetto the Puppet Master, Dr. Fright, and then you have your cast and crew and your bonus features and then your VHS. So we're going to get into and open up the VHS. Where's my knife? They packaged this all too well. Look at that. Which, good packaging for shipping is a must for me. I hate spending hundreds of dollars on something and getting it shipped and because packaging was not well, be damaged. So the box it came in, so if you don't know, I travel for work and all this stuff comes to the house all the time, and the wife is just like, what's in this box? And then she gets rid of the big master ship box. So here's the Final Girl Series 1 bonus features. Ooh, these are the game mats. I didn't read that before I opened it. Look at this. So this is your game mat, very large. I like that. Every time a victim dies, dead. And we'll do a full playthrough of Final Girl and a tutorial at a later time. But that mat looks really good. So this is one of the game mats. And there's obviously another one in there. What do we got here? And remember, if you buy neoprene mats for your games, the best way to roll them back up is print side out. That keeps the print looking good. And I do like the print. There's a very good rubber backing on this. So, and then here's where your game board is going to be, your killer board, your location board. Got your item decks, all your little deck spots, and then your victim pool. Which that sounds like my kind of pool. Look at this. This is just... I'm giddy. Oh my goodness. Remember, print side out when you roll up a game mat. And then we'll go ahead and put the VCR back in the slot. So the core box is what is needed to play the game. So even if you have Series 2 I don't believe comes with the core box. So you have to get, if you want to try the game out and get one or two scenarios, you also need to get the core box. So we're going to go ahead and get that open real quick. So this is not a standalone game. This is the core box. You have to have this and a, what do they call it? A scenario or a feature film. Feature film is what they call them. So what is in the core box? How do we open the core box? Oh, it's magnetic. Okay, so here's the core box. Comes with our rule book, and then your token board pop-outs. So if you have the neoprene mats, these pieces aren't right here necessarily 100% necessary, but you do need that board there. And then it has all of your tokens, and this one, so the tray is a nice, good plastic tray. And so we have all of our tokens, our dice, your meeples for your character and your killer, and then your meeples for your villagers or your victims. And this is everything needed to play the game. So you have your deck here. Get that off. Your action deck. And like I said, we'll go through a full tutorial. We'll pick a couple girls and a couple scenarios to play as for the tutorial. Very cool. So core box, again, is needed to play the game. Core box and a feature film. So this is the final girl starring Hans the Butcher. So the bad guy is Hans the Butcher. And who are the characters in this one? I don't know. We'll open it up and find out. But this is Hans the Butcher and Camp Happy Trails. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a happy trail, does it? And again, in normal zebra fashion, throw the trash. It's not needed. So here is Happy Trails. Your monster board comes off the box as the lid. So you put your lid on like so, right? And then the lid of the feature film is also the monster board. And then Hans. Oh my goodness, I don't know how to do any of this. Let's see. This is for Lori's eyes only. Do not open until you have survived a game with Lori. So there's a little envelope in there. If you survive the game with Lori, you get a special treat. And this looks like this is Hans' action deck, or terror deck. Look at that. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer Massacre. So it's not Chainsaw Massacre. I think I'm going to stick that in there for safekeeping. It's a Sledgehammer Massacre from Hans the Butcher. And then this flips down. Ah, there we go. See, I was just being a dingus. That is the #1 rule of this channel. I will be a dingus. So here are the special rules for Camp Happy Trails. That was on the bottom side of this. So then the other side of the box is your map. So we got Camp Happy Trails, and we have Hans the Butcher. So what's this? Does this just pop up now? Oh. See? I'm a dingus. So these are your Camp Happy Trails event cards, it looks like. And then, so this is for Rico's eyes only. So if you survive as Rico, who's the other character in this scenario, we have Lori and Rico. Very cool. I love how rigid all of the storage cases are. So we have our tokens for this scenario. We have some more terror cards. And then these are, what kind of cards are these? These are little guys. So these are probably, you got your setup, your items, and your events. And will I get it back into the paper sleeve? Probably not. So we're just going to set those guys back there. We're going to go ahead and put Rico's stuff back in there as well. So I really like how they did their boxes. I was one thing that intrigued me when I was ordering it, how the game board, because I mean, I travel a lot and I like playing board games, and I can't always because they're multiplayer and not everybody I travel with likes. So there's Rico, likes playing board games. And so this is something I can take a core box with me in a couple scenarios, and I'll be able to play a few times. And Lori on Camp Happy Trails fighting against Hans the Butcher. I gotta put this back in there. I need to get the special rules in there again. So, next one we got. No. What are you doing? Oh, it might be because, once again, I'm a dingus. Let's go ahead and put it in there this way. I bet you it'll flop down like that. Oh, it still does. Oh well. It'll be fine. So this is Poltergeist at Creech Manor. And you have another two final girls. Throw that trash, right? Someone will pick it up. It'll probably be Mimi. Alright, so look at that. So you have that final girl, which we'll find out their name in a minute, and that final girl, and they're at Creech Manor against the Poltergeist. There's your Poltergeist board. Creepy. Special rules for the Poltergeist. Then you have Alice, which is this girl here. Let's see, we got Creech Manor, we got the little clown guy. And then Creech Manor game board. I'm not going to, so the components in here are going to be similar but different. So we're not going to open up the components of each feature film. But we have Alice. And who's the other girl? Don't know. Where did I find the name of the other one last time? See? Remember, rule number 1 of Hail Zebra's channel. There will be some dingusery. For Alice's eyes only. So let's open this one. See who the other final girl is. The other final girl is... Where's her? I don't know. It might be just Alice. I thought there was two per. Interesting. There is two per. I just can't find it. Oh, Selena. Selena and Alice are your two characters. I love the way that these boxes are built. Not gonna lie. So that was The Haunting of Creech Manor and the Poltergeist. This is the Inkinyaba, the Avenger. So he looks kind of like one of those kind of guys that comes back. It's like a witch doctor-y, you know, like those movies where the lands are being destroyed by modernization and the vengeful spirit comes back type thing. So this is the Sacred Groves with Inkinyaba. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. So we've got the Inkinyaba game board. And he came with Killer Wrath. Look at that. That is pretty snazzy. And then we have, oof, another Divine Wrath. You don't want to. And there's a Sacred Grove. And then the characters in this one are Barbara and Adelaide. So we have Barbara. Son of a gun. I'm just dropping stuff everywhere. We have Barbara and Adelaide. This will probably be my first tutorial video that I post for you guys, because this is one, like I said, I have been just salivating over getting. And I did this off of GameFound, and this was the Ultimate Collector's Edition with all the extra bits and bobs and miniatures and everything. So that was Sacred Grove against Inkinyaba. This is Geppetto, the Puppet Master, at the Carnival of Carnage. He has a very, who is that? Avatar, the band Avatar. He has a very Avatar, lead singer from Avatar. When we see Geppetto, you'll see. So, really? So, yeah, see, there's Geppetto. Doesn't he have like the lead singer of Avatar kind of feel to him? There's Geppetto. And here's the Carnival of Blood. Look at that. So those are all the different places you play on. Got your boss. And then the heroes, the final girls in this one, are Asami and Charlie. So, Asami and Charlie. Charlie Dunn got effed up by Geppetto at the Carnival of Carnage. I just solved the game of Clue. Look at that. Looks really well done. I love that the boxes come apart. They become the maps. Ugh. I love the feature film idea. I love that they're all interchangeable. Season 1, Season 2. I'm in love. I'm going to have to tell my wife I need a divorce because I need to marry Final Girl. All right, what do we got here? This one is Dr. Fright, the Dream Doctor. I love that art right there. That's actually one of my favorite covers so far. Oh, that trash. All right. So Dr. Fright, the Doctor of the Dream Doctor. Look at that. So there's his board. And then here's Maple Lane. So very, dare I say, Freddy Krueger-ish, right? And then your final girls in this one are Nancy and Sheila. So that's Nancy. Well, Nancy. And that's Sheila. She looks like she's going to investigate the shit out of the Dream Doctor, doesn't she? But, again, look at that very Freddy Krueger-esque little map. It seems. So I'm not opening up every component in every box, right? Because they're pretty much the same. There's cards in there that are for the girls. There's cards in there that are for the monsters, the villains, and just no need to go through all the cards now. I'm kind of just showing you. Ooh, I don't like that. Just showing you how it came packaged to us. A nice little unboxing of what's in the game, and then we will do a tutorial. So this is your Final Girl cast and crew box. And this is all Series 1. We still have Series 2 and a whole bunch of extra stuff to get to. So Series 1, cast and crew. So this actually be a good time. We got the cast and crew box here. You can see that the miniatures, the bird miniatures, and the Terror from Above Vignette expansion. I don't even know how to say those words. So here is the Terror from Above expansion for Final Girl. This is one I bought. So this is going to be obviously a deck of cards, and it adds birds to the game. If you remember the old Alfred Hitchcock's movie, The Birds, right? Just a whole bunch of, so it comes with tokens for birds. I like miniatures. I love miniatures. I have an obsession with miniatures. So I buy them when I can. I love having that three-dimensional representation of my character and of my enemies. And so this is just adds all of the cards needed to play Terror from Above as part of your story, as part of your feature film. A cloud hangs over you and the rest of the unsuspecting victims in the area. You soon realize it is no cloud at all, and that rain would be a more preferable occurrence when what is about to take place. You watch in horror as the first bird dives and is quickly followed by what seems like 100 more. The screams begin, and you snap yourself alert, trying to determine the best course of action. How will you survive this terror from above? I like it. And so then we have Terror from Above miniatures. I should have used my knife from Jose, Custom Damascus. Cellophana's kicking my butt. So, normally I like to keep all the boxes I get, but because my shelves don't have enough room anymore because my board game addiction has gotten out of hand, we're going to go ahead and use this, and we're not going to keep this box. But I do like how it's just all themed, right? So these will be all of our bird miniatures. And they are small. They are definitely proportional to the miniatures of the peoples. So look at that. We got birds. This is 3 birds, and then there's, oh my goodness, there's a lot of birds, people. Oh my goodness, I hate doing it that way. They're so small. So we got our 3 bird. We have our one bird, who seems like that wouldn't be much to deal with, right? And then I think I saw there's 1 bird with wings. Really cool. I think that's, yep, those are the different character models. So we got 1 bird sitting there, 1 bird with its wings open like it's about to fly in and rip your freaking face off. And then we got 3 birds, which seems to be more to deal with than 1 bird. And then these all just go right in here. Nicely compact. And then, no. And then Series 1 miniatures. So I don't get my ass handed to me by the cellophane here. These are handy dandy knife. What's funny is I like to go out and to do camping and stuff like that. So the wife figured, you know, a nice little gut hook knife would be good if I catch myself a little fish for dinner one night or something. And I use it to open board games. So here we go. These are the Final Girl miniatures for series 1. And so I have no clue. So is the other box going to be bonus features might hold the monsters? Because this box here holds the characters. So we got this box here that holds the characters. And I'm going to try to pull them out in order here. If I can find Riku. I'm going to have to paint these so I know which one's which. Ah, I think this is Riku. No? That is not Riku. Alright, so we've got Adelaide. Adelaide is carrying a baseball bat with like a trash can lid shield. She goes there. Here's Barbara, very in a skirt. Looks like a double barrel shotgun. She looks really good. We have, which one's this? Can't wait to get to know these characters a little bit better. This is Lori. Lori has like a bow and arrow and a quiver of arrows in her hand, or bow, a bow and arrow. She has a bow and then arrows, kind of a quiver of arrows in her hands there. Pretty nice. And we have Alice, who is, oh, I made a mistake. The double barrel in the skirt, that's Alice. This shotgun, or hunting rifle, maybe not as a shotgun, more like a 12 gauge. This is Barbara. Their shotgun. So she goes there. This one is, I don't know. Ooh, I know what this one is. This one's Sledgehammer. This is Charlie with like the how strong are you strongman challenge at the carnival there. This one is Melanie. She's got like a trench coat, no visible weapons, but I'm sure she's got tricks up her sleeves. Don't do this to me, Melanie. And then we have Sheila. Sheila's got a knife and a cross, so she's obviously fighting more of the damned type creatures. Sheila goes there. This is Nancy. Nancy's going in double-bladed. Like that. I've got to find 3 more. Ah, this is Asami. She's got 2 small dagger-esque ritual-looking blades there. Ready to go in, kick ass, and take names. This is Selena. Looks like she has a flashlight and a revolver along her hip there. So she's exploring and she's got that gun ready to just take all the names. And here's Rico. She's got a big wood chopping axe that she's carrying across her shoulder, ready for action. So that's all the miniatures for the girls. And that fits right here in the cast and crew box. And I'm hoping that the bonus features box is for the rest of these miniatures here, because we have a few left. Otherwise, I preemptively just went, oh, that's trash, and threw it over there. So, what we got? So this is the bonus features box. So feature film rule book, and then I think so. We have lore and scenarios season 1. So this gives you lore from the different characters, different scenarios to play, all that kind of stuff. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. And then there's Series 1 Gruesome Death books that also go in here. And that's what this is. And I think these are short stories, maybe? I don't know. Yes, it looks like. Oh, there's a little wrinkle on that one. That sucks. Oh. So it looks like a little bit of extra that you can add to your game as you play solo. And those all go in there as well. Maybe. Oh, they do fit. Good deal. So now we've got to figure out. Oh, you know what? I may be a dingle dork. I bet you the miniatures fit in their box. So here's Hans. There's Hans. Yep. I'm not going to take them all out right now and put all their characters in, but I'll show them to you. So Hans looks like Hans. He's got a big sledgehammer. And then we have the poltergeist standing on clouds of Ethereum. And then this little creepy demon child, who I'm sure comes out during events. And then there's 3 of these puppet-looking guys, which I would assume would be from Geppetto, that we would have to deal with. And then here is Geppetto. This is a little marionette. And we have Inkinyaba. He's got those crazy, I don't know, double little mini scythes. It's terrifying. And then this is Dr. Fright, the Dream Doctor. Can't wait to actually paint these. So we're going to set these out of the way. Ah, shoot. That came out of bonus features. Some more cards, maybe promotional cards or scenario cards. We'll find out during how to play. So that was Series 1. Do I have anything else over here from Series 1? So vehicle miniatures from Series 1. So there are vehicles in the game. And I bet you I could add that in the cast and crew stuff. No, I'll add that to the story that the vehicle would be used in, right? So, yeah, they have them labeled, which one goes where, Camp Happy Trails, etc. Throw that trash. I love how everything is just packaged so well. Like, if I don't challenge getting into it, I worry. So we have a boat for the Camp Happy Trails story with Hans. Maple Lane, which is Dr. Fright, has a cop car and a bicycle. Carnival Blood with Geppetto has a golf cart. And then Creech Manor has the helicopter. Apparently they gave you no mode of transportation to get away from Inkinyaba, who will just eat your soul. So we're going to go put those in with those specifics. Stories later. All right, so that's Series 1. That's a lot of stuff. That's a whole bunch of hours. And remember, so each of these has 2 final girls. Each of these has 1 monster. So I have, 5 feature films here. 10 ways to play just base. Plus, now I can take any 2 final girls from any other story and go back to any feature film. So one box is like 50 different scenarios you can play. I love it. I just love the 80s artwork. Oh my goodness, that looks... Oh, I can't wait to play this game. Can't wait. Stick you over here now. And we'll pull out Final Girl Series 2. It seems to be heavier. Either I'm getting tired or... So Series 2 is what they did the Kickstarter for 2022. Or not Kickstarter. I think it was a Kickstarter, but I did it on GameFound. I go between GameFound, Kickstarter, and BackerKit. Just because different developers and publishers use different crowdsourcing. But I tell you, getting them on crowdsourcing, getting Kickstarter exclusives, getting things for less than what you would pay retail. We support the game, we get the game to come out, and then we have it. And it's just, to me, makes more sense than waiting for it to hit retail. Oh, if it hits retail. Some of the games, they stay pretty well solely on Kickstarter, and you have to find merchants who did purchase the Kickstarter. So, we have, here, this is Season 2. And remember, this doesn't come with the core box in Series 2. That comes with Series 1 or as a standalone purchase. So you can purchase all of these alone. I wanted the big storage case with the VCR, etc., etc. So let's start with the newer looking VCR, which has our Series 2 game mats in it. And what do? Throw the trash, someone else will get it. So here are our Series 2 Final Girl game mats. Oof. Just look how big they are. I like having the surface area to play, and they kind of do the organization for me, because I'll spend more time organizing a game without a mat than actually playing the game. Because I'm sitting there like, well, where do I want to put this? Where's this going to go? That's reason number 2 that I buy game mats. Reason number 1 is, in my old age, I have gotten very particular. And cardboard deteriorates oh so very fast, being touched and moved and all that so much, that I don't like using cardboard. All my cards go in sleeves, etc. I want these things to last. These are investments, right? And take care of your board games, because you don't know how much family fun you will get out of them. My son loves playing board games with us, and he's young and he has dirty, greasy fingers, and I want to be able to play these games he loves with him for a very long time. But here is the other monster board for Series 2. Looks very good. Again, same quality rubber backing, nice stitching around the border. It really is just a good quality And of course, we've got our VCR. For those of you under the age of 20, a VCR is what you used to put VHS tapes in to watch movies before they were on disc. Which isn't 100% true because we had Laserdisc, but that was like a record-sized DVD. And here is the box o' props. So this is an accessory product. You must have both Final Girl and at least one feature film to play. So this is the box o' props, and I'm assuming that some of the miniatures that I have for Series 2 will end up going in here. So much good plastic wrapping, keeping everything in place. Look at that. Box of props. So box of props rule book, book of desperate deaths, and we'll get into some of the stuff as we play. Ooh, big chunky dice. Markers. Okay, so we have some little miniatures in here. So there's like a head with a knife or a sword through it, an hourglass, and that looks to be some blood. And then these look like health markers of some kind. And then big chunky dice and some more rules for adding the box of props to your game. So the first tutorial video we'll do, we won't be using a lot of the extras. I'm going to pick a feature film from Series 1 and a feature film for Series 2, and we'll go over it. Series 2 meant a lot to me because it had some really cool monsters and characters based off of some of my favorite movies. First one is the Evomorph on the USS Conrad. So if you can imagine, you'll see the Final Girl on the cover. Alien is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. And I get to play as a Sigourney-esque character, and that just makes me happy. So very happy. Because one of my other favorite games is Nemesis, which is very much an Alien-esque game. So, we've got the Evomorph on the USS Conrad. Oh, look at the Evomorph. Look at that guy. And then here is the USS Conrad, and the vehicle for this episode is the Super Loader, and that makes me happy. And then our characters are Jeanette and Ellen. So that's Ellen. And that is Jeanette. And again, each one of these has cards, kind of meeple characters, like the plastic meeples. We're not going to go through all of those in every box. But again, the game board just magnetically connects to the feature film. We have the Evomorph. This is the organism from Station 2891. Very cool, like, mutated person, right? If you can see that right now, he's a very bubbly, boils, kind of angry. This one doesn't want to come loose. Give it to Van Ryder Games. Ugh. They make sure their stuff is sealed. Ain't no one getting into it. Just chuck that over there. The maid will get it later. we've got The Final Girl, starring The Organism at Station 2891. There's the organism. I think the organism evolves. Here we go. There's the organism. I don't want to take these sleeves off until I'm ready to sleeve them. Card sleeves. He's just a nasty looking dude. Just deep descended jaw. And then you have Station 2891. Love it. Love it. And then your characters for this one are Kate and Yuki. So that is Kate, and that is Yuki. Make sure they go in the right way. I like it to look good. This one is The Intruders. Oh, so what we got here? The Intruders. So they're all wearing like those creepy 1930s Halloween masks. I'm gonna say probably some Hills Have Eyes thing going on here. Three killers in this one. And this is at Wingard College. So we're fighting against the Intruders at Wingard Cottage. If I said college, I apologize. Ooh. I just love that art style. It's just so cool. Just cool. So here are the Intruders. All three of them who look like they may be cousins. No judgment. And then we have Wingard College. Jesus. Cottage. Wingard Cottage. Got a little lake house. Or a little lake. Probably is a lake house. But if those are the inhabitants, I can't imagine it's a place you would want to Airbnb. And then our characters, our final girls, are Ginny and Ava. So this is Ginny, and this is Ava. Very cool. So the Intruders at Wingard College. So, this one is one that was kind of like the face of I think it's the big bad wolf in the Storybook Woods. And I really did like the artwork for the big bad wolf. It's kind of what pulled me into going ahead and ordering the whole thing. I saw Sigourney and I saw the big bad wolf. It was a very Little Red Riding Hood-esque character. So here is Monsieur Wolf and his home of Storybook Woods. And then your characters, your final girls in this feature film are, you guessed it, Red and, I'll give you 30 seconds here, not really, Gretel. So we have Red and Gretel versus the big bad wolf in Storybook Woods, which to me seems like that's just a fun story. Put Red and Senor Wolf back in. go. Stuff wants to slide around on me. There's a lot of stuff in these little boxes. And they put a lot of effort into the art, into the storage. The storage is just so good. Ugh. So this one is the Ratchet Lady at Wolf Asylum. Oh my goodness, come on out. Ratchet. Nurse Ratchet. So anything that takes place in, like, a mental asylum is just interesting to me. It's always creepy, right? Especially, like, the Ghost Hunter shows where they go in and... I'm going to do this way. Where they go in and they go to those mental asylums, and it's creepy, right? Just, one, the state of those places, and then two, just all the creepy stuff that people used to do to other people in those kind of places. And so for me, it's one of the ones that creeps me out the most when I watch a horror film is like mental asylums or old hospitals or anything like that, where there was just kind of like abuses happening, because it's just like there's some really pissed off demons there. So we have Final Girl Ratchet Lady at Wolf Asylum. So here's our Ratchet Lady board. And here is Wolf Asylum. A lot of corridors. And then our final girls on this one are Heather and Veronica. So that's Heather, and that is Veronica. Heather, Veronica, fighting Nurse Ratchet at the Wolf Asylum with the candlestick. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm not going to bore you guys with trying to fit all of the miniatures into the cast and crew box, but I will pull them out and show them to you. We have Series 2 vehicles and whatnot. So this is the cast and crew box Series 2. Again, just chuckity chuck chuck. So they added an expansion, Terror from the Grave, some zombie style stuff, and a bunch of zombie miniatures. So again, this is an expansion you can add to any of your scenarios. And they gave us zombie tokens and whatnot. But Hailed Zebra being the guy that he is, outstanding member of society, he got himself a box of the miniatures. So here are the From the Grave Final Girl miniatures, and we're gonna have to probably do a dumpy dump like we did for Series 1 Birds. Right? So we have 15 single zombies and 3 horde zombies. So our horde is, as it sounds, a nice little horde of zombies. And then our single zombies are as such. Very dead, very zombie. Carefully get these miniatures out of this container and put them in their nesting spot. So there's that. And then, let's see, well, we have this out. Well, handy dandy. Good knife. Now, the miniatures, of course, are not needed. They are wanted. But as you can see here, we've got all of the final girls, all of the bosses. And I'm not going to go through all of them like I did with Series 1. But you have, of course, Alan, Jeanette, Kate, Yuki, Ginny, Ava, Patsy, Veronica, Heather, Red, and Gretel. So, they're all in here. In future episodes when I'm playing the game, we'll go through and I will do a Series 2 tutorial. They all look very well done. And let's see, we have the vehicle miniatures. So, I threw the box away. We have the super loader for the USS Conrad. You have the ski dozer and the helicopter, the Arctic helicopter for Station 2891. This here is a raft for Storybook Woods. We have a kick scooter for Wingard Cottage. Apparently getting away from 3 psychotic maniacs is going to be on a scooter. And then we have a gurney for Wolf Asylum to help you get away from Ratchet Lady. So we have that. So that was the cast and crew kind of special box. And then, last but not least in the box, we have bonus features. I got a couple things to add to the bonus features box. So we have I don't have the Gruesome Death books yet. They're not out, coming soon. But I do have the Season 2 lore and scenarios, and then we have the feature films rule book for Series 2, and then the additional cards needed for different things. And then something that also came out was a new, I believe it's a Final Girl. Paula was a promotional card. She works with, I can't remember the YouTube channel, but she really likes the game, and they gave her her own card. So I'm also going to put this in the feature box here so that Paula is safe. So that was the Series 2 bonus features. Oh, my goodness. Everything's getting so big. The last thing we've got to open is the Series 1 mystery box. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I will not be opening the Season 2 mystery box. And what the mystery box does is it has a couple of dice. You roll the dice, and you put it in the mystery box, and it tells you what character and what scenario you will be playing. So it's kind of a way to randomize it if you've kind of like, I don't know how I want to play Final Girl. Grab a mystery box. Series 1 mystery box obviously came out in 2020, 2021. But they've done a very good job of not releasing pictures or information on what the Series 2 box is, so I will not be mentioning that. So this is the different dice symbols and what they mean, and this is the mystery box, a very cool representation of the Necronomicon. So you got the face there with the eyeballs, and then inside is the dice. I don't know if it's big enough to randomize. I didn't think so. Was it leafing? Yeah. just roll, pig, oh, script, ghost, and leaf. Ghost means poltergeist. Leaf means Maple Lane. Oh, I should have guessed that. But that is the mystery box. It just gives you a cool little way to randomize your game. And I'm a giant fan of Evil Dead. And I like the face Necronomicon that they did there. And so anything like that reminds me of Evil Dead. And that just makes me happy. So I think that was a lot of stuff. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We will, in the next coming weeks, have a introduction into Final Girl. We'll do a Series 1 and a Series 2 game. How to play, we'll use the miniatures. And just go through and see what happens as the final girl living through our final moments in a horror scenario. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give us a like, give us a follow, hit that subscribe so I can keep getting and bringing tabletop games to you. I want to make board games something that comes back full force. The community, the family time, conversation, closeness that happens while playing a board game is something that's just special. And I want everybody to be a part of that. That's it for Final Girl Series 1 and 2 Ultimate Collector's Edition. Next week, Tiny Epic Vikings. Hit that like, follow, subscribe, show some love, join my dazzle. Have a good one, guys.